this Mother's Dwelling or Temple Purgation? Looks like Mother's Dwelling. Yes? Yes. Unfortunately. Well, I don't know. Should I say fortunately or unfortunately? It's hard to say. On the bright side of Pig on this map, it means that my boxes are pretty far spread out. On the downside of Pig, it's a very big map for the fact that I'm a 115 killer. So there's a give and a take in this situation, I do suppose. So as long as I'm able to get some early downs, then it could prove rather beneficial. Should she go upstairs? That was Sprint Burst. I initially thought it was a false hit, but then I noticed that she had some additional speed. It's down you. Now already, I'm feeling like my SBMM for Pig is a little bit low. Between this survivor believing that I'm a moth to such a degree that she can really do what she's doing to the point that she gets downed, but also this Meg who did not play all too well on stairs. You think Pennywise will join killers? It's hard to say. I think I could imagine it eventually, right away or anytime soon. I don't really think so, but I could definitely see it happening eventually, whether that be as a like killer cosmetic or their own killer entirely. Blind me while I was starstruck. I wasn't even carrying anyone while they tried to blind me. Nicely done. Well, on the bright side, Serena did not pallet kill. Even better, I got distance on the vault. She vaults again. Why would you do that? I'm a little bit confused on that play. I'll be real. Like, she could have just gone to the pallet, and I could have potentially have hit her, versus a guaranteed hit in that scenario. Based on her greeting that pallet, that tells me she has dead hard. Or not? Interesting. Yeah, Pig's SBMM is definitely a little bit low. That would seem obvious. Also, I see Meg, who's still injured. She still has the box in her head, too. Imagine that she's probably coming over to here. Why would you try and get healed while you still have your bear trap on your head? That's confusing. Like, I guess we haven't played too many matches of Pig either. Within the last few months. We played like some. I guess not too many. What do you mean by their own killer entirely? Undead Night King. I'm confused on that statement. What do you mean by that specifically? Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag her over here. I wanna bet that she's already tried that box. Drivers went out, thank you. And neither survivor was on their way for the unhook. Interesting. They immediately went elsewhere. Well, we'll go for Zarina, who's not going towards the hook, while Nia's over in Smoke Shack, doing God knows what. She has a vault coming up. Okay. Nia taking aggro, or just wrong place, wrong time? I'm not entirely certain. There's Zarina injured. We'll force the trade. White goes to second stage. The moment you touch him, your DS is up. Not to mention, Dwight just freaking dead-hearted for your death. That's funny. Like their own powers, own look. What, for Pennywise? Or... What are you talking about? Because behavior wouldn't own the rights to Pennywise. That would never happen. There's an IP holder. If you're talking about, like, uniquely theirs. That's just an impossibility. There goes Ruin, but not sure it's going to do y'all too much. Nia then goes for the unhook. Your sprint bursts up, my dear. And then Dwight goes for the flashlight save. That just ain't gonna happen. Yeah, Pennywise? Gotcha. I don't know. I think it's more likely that we might see a Pennywise cosmetic, and less likely that we see a Pennywise killer. I don't know why I feel that way. But actually, I do know why. The IP holder for Pennywise, I'm pretty sure, is Fox? No, it's Stephen King, right? I guess Stephen King wrote the books, so he'd be the original IP holder. Yeah, I'm doubtful that we'll ever see Pennywise, actually. Stephen King does not do too many things like that. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see it happening. But GG, well played to these survivors. Well, are you talking about the spectrograph? Right, that's the right word. Of the words, spelling out hell. Is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about something different? Because I already know that the DVD theme music spells out hell. That I already knew. Yeah, yep. Yeah, I didn't need to listen to it. I knew that, you know, I could listen to it all I want and I wouldn't know what the clue is, give or take. It was gonna be up to someone else, you know, doing that work and figuring it out. But I figured that is gonna be Hellraiser. And sure enough, you know, we've gotten confirmation of Hell and every other letter necessary for Razor, with the exception of one R, theoretically. So I do think it's Hellraiser. We're probably gonna get Pinhead, is my guesstimation. Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. Hi, Steve. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it. You guys didn't hear, but he said bless you. It was very kind of him. Here to pick sneeze underneath their mask. Thank you. And where's Steve Boy going? That was a very early pallet drop. Very, very early pallet drop by Steve. Thingman. I love that I left the chase with the Steve, and he still dropped the pallet. That was very cute, Steve. I appreciate that. You dropped the pallet for free. You know, it's like a buy, what was that, buy 3, get 1 free? I know that I was playing her on the wrong side of Meat Tree, but like, was it really necessary to drop that early? Alright, let's get you going this way. If you vault now, you get downed. You're plain simple. Dwight's bear trap is currently active as we speak. And we have another one on the Thing Min. That's kind of odd. Hi, Steve. Oh, that's not Steve. You're not Steve. You're Jill. What are you doing pretending to be Steve? I want my pallet drop happy Steve. Good job leaving the tile early. I do appreciate that, and will say this tile here does have a pallet still up. So she moved to shack. It's looking like it. She does vault. That's down you. Let's put a bear trap on you, Jill, me girl. And so Fangman just took hers off. White's bear trap is still... Never mind. He just got his off. Good time for you to put another bear trap, it will be real. Why did she just stay there? What? Why did she... What? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Thank you for the stacks of save. So... SBMM for pig is still low. That much is certain. Because that should You have... I know you have BT. I already hit Jill, who also had BT. I know that you have it too. Like, that's obvious. It's down you. Hi, Steve. Bye, Steve. Alright. 8 seconds off of that generator. They're missing skill checks on Jen. I feel like that's a good indicator of the SPMM, or lack thereof in this case, where if they're missing skill checks on Jen consistently, it's a little bit concerning. Just a wee bit. There's the Steve off of the hook. That's fine. Dingman dead. One person on Shack Gen. And Jill and Steve there. I guess let's pressure Jill. Let Steve breathe for a second. You know, be nice or something, I guess. Want to play killer right now, but I'm afraid because I don't want to mess up and look dumb. I mean, there's no reason to really be worried about that. We all start somewhere, and anyone who were to make fun of you for not playing well, it's just ridiculous, honestly. I just swung way too early. There goes Ruin, but a bit late at this point if one person dead. So, I don't know if that's gonna really benefit you guys at all. Yeah, like, play what you want, my friend. Don't let the potential of ridicule of others deter you from doing something that you might enjoy, or do enjoy for that matter. As long as it's not hurting others, you know, in real life, or yourself, you know, do what you want. Hi, Steve. Why not run earlier? You stare into my soul. Like I'm your long-lost soulmate. Is that the case, Steve? Am I like... Are you in love with the pig, Steve? Is that what I'm hearing? Would you smooch the pig? I feel like that's what we're saying now. He debated the boobs? Maybe. Maybe that's true. Maybe he's debating whether or not he wanted to try and boop me. Wanted to boop the snoot. But no snoot for Steve. Steve farmed someone off a hook. Well, kind of farmed. He had BT. Was that a spin or a dead hard? I'm not sure. There go the drivers. You don't make it to that vault. I want to make that clear. You do not make it. And no basement. Hey, Jill got her bear trap off. Congratulations, Jill. Now it's time to die. I do hope you understand. Hi. Hey, you 99'd yourself. That was a good move. I can appreciate that play. Let's break this. There's the hit. And where are we going now there, Jimmy girl? Going out to the left, sure. You don't have much in the way of pallets here, though. This pallet's not bad. Have I ever gotten salt from survivors? All the time. Are you joking? Yep, the cam does go down occasionally. Sometimes what happens, my drivers go off, and when they go off, you know, that's why I have the no signal sign is all. But I do appreciate the heads up, Fury. Do appreciate it. How you doing today? But yeah, do I get salt from survivors? Absolutely. Survivors like to win, and their winning means that you're not. And so, it happens, but bear it no mind. People are always going to be frustrated by the loss. And for those who are just trying to troll you and rile you up, don't give them what they want. You know, just say, GG well played and move on, right? But, Fury, thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. I am Mark, aka Guildspire. I'm an educational Dead by Daylight player, here to teach ghosts how to play killer, and survivors how to play against killer. Very happy to have you here. Would love you to check out our community Discord, as well as our YouTube channel, which you can find... Hi, Steve. On our link tree. Yes, how are you? Do you have some idea of what you're going to do here? Gonna take the hit and go for the trade? Be my guest. We go for Dwight. I tweet. That's the game plan, eh? You're gonna go into a locker for a DS play? Are you gonna do it? You gonna do it? No, no you're not. Disappoint me, Dwight. You could have at least baited it. Would make me think twice. But instead, I'll just do that. That works too. Hi, Steve. See, BT doesn't work too well in this instance. Hello. I'm gonna wait just a little bit. You are the obsession, and I do not know if there's a DS in the game. So, we're gonna have to chat a little bit, Dwight, you and I. You know, talk about our lives, what it's like being here on the ground. You know, you see, I too see the world from a lower angle. This is how I prefer to walk, in fact. But most people don't know that. They think I just go down here for them to boop my snoot. But not you, Dwight. You understand, don't you? You too are like me, beholden to the ground underneath you. Sing him a song, Tanya Tammy? You're right. How rude of me. How rude of me, Dwight. I will sing you a song, my people. Alright. Let's find out if you have DS. It's been some odd seconds, at least 45. I know that much. But no DS on Wheat Boy. And that will be that. Not bad. Arguably still really low SBMM, I think. Not a lot of good plays, I would argue. Some really bad BT plays. No body blocking, nothing like that. But GG, well played to the survivors. Fractured Cowshed once again. Most of the time a survivor-sided map because the cowshed itself is very strong to play around. But we'll see. Last match was not very indicative of that, I will say. Scratch marks. And they go back over towards Shack. How much more is talked in between? Personally, when I watch stuff on stream, I like to see the between, because coming into the middle of a thought can suck. True. That is fair. There's the vault. Now, if you want to not take a health state, you need to drop. Fine by me. She goes long side. We'll join her. Yeah, I mean, like, there's obviously conversation that happens in between the matches. That's just a matter of fact. How much, though? I don't know. That's a good question. You know, as we stay, like, the topic of the conversation shifts during the match, and so becomes more consistent, especially for viewership purposes. So, it's a good question. I don't know the answer myself. Are bones being done? Hi. Could you not do that, Jane? That would be appreciated. That's 8 seconds off a gen or a fast fault? I'm not sure which. Looks like Nancy is here. Hello, Nancy. Let's hit you, and now push you into a dead zone. Let's take hills so we can cut off some distance. Luxury that she did not take, however. Not a very good use of flashbang, I will mention. Let's put a bear trap on you. And put you up on a hook. So now you have one active bear trap, one inactive bear trap. Looks like Jane's going for the unhook. Let's pressure Jane immediately after. Oh, Jane, my girl. There's Jane. Perfect. Looks like we're heading towards Shack. Jane is not aware, however, that there's no vault, or no pallet, rather. You have Dead Heart. Do not. 45 minutes feels like an average of a TV episode, so a full hour may seem like a lot for people, even though it isn't more. True, true. So yeah, most of the videos are about 45 minutes, give or take. And there's one person on a gen. And wow, both bear traps are off already. Holy hell, that was quick. That was very quick. Of both these survivors. Hello? Game? What was that lag? That was so odd. I've never had that happen to me before. Like, I've had the game lag for the survivors, but I've never, like, jumped back like that. Happened to you so bad on the night? Vice, one of the members on Sample Text with me had that happen to him. Where he went from gen tapping ruin. That was really cute, Fangmin. I have to admit, that was very cute. Where Vice was on Ironworks of Misery, and it teleported him from the ground back up to the second story of Ironworks. And he was like, excuse me, what? New teleportation powers? When? Jane's body blocking for someone who has not been on hook. Why? That doesn't make sense unless maybe you're trying to get, like, Metal Man stacks? Would be my only thought process. Once again, we see survivors drop a pallet, but not play the pallet. That is a mistake. Does not make it to the T-wall, at least not the vault. That's down you. Yeah, why would... Like, on one hand, I will admit that going for the body block, really good idea in theory. But Feng Min has not been on hook at all. So why body block for her when you can spread health states more evenly otherwise? So that shows me, right, that the person has a degree of mechanical knowledge of the game, but not enough to recognize when the appropriate time to body block is, however, is what that told me. Interesting. I did see the unhook in progress. We did lose Nancy. There's quick and quiet on Feng Min. Got no noise notification. Unfortunately, we can't go for the crouch hit on LT wall. We just need to go for the hit on the vault. Then try and track her through the corn. Looks like she's going to Shack, but doesn't know that pallet is gone, however. Let's see if she'll try and vault. You didn't even bother to try and boop Feng Min. How unfortunate. Like, she just stopped dead in her tracks and like, well, I'm done here. I'm dead. Like, I was trying to get her to vault. I was gonna try and go for the grab, and she was like, I'm just gonna die. It's okay. I accept my fate. Which I respect. I respect the understanding what was gonna happen there. It is upsetting, however, that you didn't go for the vault when I wanted you to. Hello, Nancy. You are the one I was looking for. You go to the right, you do. So we'll chase you through the corn to this tile. You have a vault coming up? Yep. And she goes for the pallet. Not sure if she is paying attention to my general location or just pre-dropped. She is pallet happy. That makes more sense now. So we're gonna go for Nancy. She is just willing to drop pallets with haphazardly with no thought in them. But now she had a pallet in front of her to at least gain distance and put something between me and her. But then she doesn't. Thank you. You know, sometimes just need to pick up your Nancys off them pallets. You know, leave them out to dry on the hook and all that. Alright, I see 1 and 2. Looks like Jane got her bear trap off her head. Let's go for this gem. There's Feng Min. Why? I know that you've been on a gen, which then tells me that you don't have DS. So though the quick and quiet for a second there did confuse me, don't get me wrong, the lack of seeing you around the corner simply meant that you were in the locker. So what was the thought process there behind that? Unless maybe we have to check if at the end of the game she has head on? This would be my only thought process there. Odd. Attempted hit, no dice. She's going to shack now, which means that she'll take a hit at some point, but she can reuse that pallet too. Alright, sounds good, Giraffe. Thank you much for the heads up. I do appreciate it. Mid-vault. She's going long side, so she has one more time she can vault that, theoretically. But she wants it. Quick and quiet into a locker again. Interesting. Does she have head on? Like, we haven't seen it this entire game. And usually you see at least some attempts earlier on in the game to use head on. But if they're attempting head on and not executing it, it tells me that they are not horribly mechanically sound or savvy, right? I'm gonna go for a non-obsession here. Let's go for Claudia. But you having the audacity to jump back on that gem, I'm simply not gonna have Feng Min. If you would have left the gen and waited for me to chase the Claudette, everything would have been fine. But you just had to do that. Lucky for you, I found the Claudette. Alright, let's put Claudia back up. And I forget if she's on Death Hook or if Nancy's on Death Hook. I feel like she's not on Death Hook. I feel like Nancy is. I was right. Barbecue and Chili shows me nothing, and shows me that someone went back to this gem. Why would Feng Min go back to this gem? Feng Min? What are you doing, Feng Min? Alright, where are we heading off to? You have a pallet up here that has not yet been broken. But you do not go to it. Instead, you go to this tile, which I forget if I've broken this one. I have not. Okay, I think she quick and quieted into the locker. She does have head on. Okay. At the very least, that does make more sense to her using quick and quiet when we grabbed her that last time. So at least that makes more sense with what she was attempting to do. I'm pretty sure, though Nancy had an aura there for a second, that she just jumped into the locker to avoid barbecue. The question is whether or not she stays in the locker by the time I get there. So let's check for quick and quiet, or head on. No head on, instead she crawls out. That could still mean head on, and that she just didn't use it. Have head on ready and hit the button and you get grabbed instead. So, like, grabbed out of the locker, or grabbed when you're heading them on, like hitting them with head on. Because, funny enough, I don't know if it was clipped. Grabbed out? Okay. I grabbed an M1 grab, a survivor with head on. So, I need to figure out, I need to do testing and figure out if that's something that I can learn to do against head on in certain situations. I'd be intrigued, like, if you can reasonably do it. But GG, well played to these survivors. So Pig, by the way, during SBMM, might be the only killer, depending on this match, who is going to end up 4-0, which is intriguing to me, because, like I talked about before, there's that, like, pendulum effect. That one match you lose, one match you win, and it gets harder, easier, harder, easier. That's Object of Obsession, by the way. Very rare to see that. I wonder if Lori is doing Adept, potentially. We'll assume, based on the fact that Lori does have the Obsession markers, that she does have DS. Yeah, I'll eat the pallet, that's fine. I'm then going to actually drop the base with you, because there are other gens that I'm concerned about. Yeah, we'll assume... Well, let's see. It's actually hard to say, because Adept also increases your chance of being the Obsession, right? Not Adept, sorry. Object of Obsession increases your chance of being the Obsession. So, between that, Dead Art, good. Okay, he still dropped it, even though I was standing there. Sorry, Dwight, I can track you without having any sight whatsoever, my friend. So I am curious of increase it, I think? Okay. Like, I had a thought, and then I had to pause for a second because of Dwight, and then I completely lost my thought. Like, completely lost it. But yeah, so I do believe that the reason why... Drop it? She's the Obsession is because of the fact that she's doing Adept. That makes sense to me. Did she just fake that? She did. Very good job. Hi, Lori girl. So, I bet you that Lori is doing Adept. Yeah, it would seem she at least has Object. We know that much. But does she also have DS, for example? Finish another gen. They're making good time, I will say, on these generators. Which does make me think that they're at least a little bit more mechanically savvy. You see Dwight on that box? Let's pressure him off of it. Let's see if we can get to him in time before he's able to get it off his head. Oh, he did it. Remember that he does have Dead Hard. No Dead Hard was used, however. So not only is he dead on hook now, but he also has a timer on it. And the timer's probably pretty low down. At least give or take 45 seconds, I would argue. There's Kate. Kate seems to have some pretty good game awareness. We've seen her bait out a few different situations. That ball is so good for those survivors. They make up so much distance. revault or go back in the middle? Looks like back in the middle. And upstairs. There goes Ruin. That was probably Dwight, which is funny. That was actually really good of her, I will say. Knowing how to get that flashlight angle and that drop down like that. Very good job. Yeah, this Kate knows what she's doing. Not many survivors know about that flashlight angle. Laura's just watching us. But Kate just left. Aye. Yeah, that was good on Kate. That was a good move. There's Lori. It meant that they were on gens that entire time. Sorry to say, Lori, though I do appreciate being your source of entertainment, does not mean I won't kill you nonetheless. So both Lori and Dwight as of this moment. So Dwight dead-hearted for the flashlight. Kate just then chain blinded. She goes in. That's in a bad position. Now, how much you want to bet Dwight and Kate are going to try for flashlight save? So what we're going to do is we're going to... Actually, I can't because of what I want to do. She already has a bear trap on. It's going to try and suction her. Yeah, you need to be on the left side. They have since healed. We see 1 and 2 on that gen. So let's pressure them. We do have Pop in hand as of this moment. And has some decent progress, however. There's the vault. We'll go for Nia. And try and get her down in a timely fashion. There's the revault. That was 2 times in chase as well, I do want to point out. She doesn't make it. Now without getting hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to suction trap her. Really? You can get the angle from up top. That's actually pretty impressive. I did not realize you could get it from up top. I knew you could get it from down below. Up top, I did not know, however. Yep, she goes this way. So he's going to revault, but take a hit. Like, she knows good flashlight angles, but that's about it. Figure that she's going to use POV tricks. Dwight's nearby as well. You saw him earlier. That's 1 time in chase. Dead hard for distance. That's 2 times in chase. Yeah, what's up, Tentacon? Thank you much for the follow. Welcome to the Guilty Ones, my friend. Very happy to have you here. That's now 3 times in chase. Didn't have the right angle. He's dead on hook as well, I do want to mention. Or she being in front of that locker doesn't help. Let's pick you up first off and foremost. Let's put you on hook, my dear. And let's go kill off White Boy. I see 2 people incoming. Yeah, I think not, you 2. White Boy here is about to die, whether you like it or not. And he's not even struggling, he's given up. And you guys play around too much, you guys will end up costing yourselves in the long run. Kate's over on this other side of the hill. You don't make it in time for the flashlight save. Let's kill you off as well, Lori. Like, I have to admit that out of every survivor here, both Dwight and Kate seem to know what they're doing the most. At least when it comes to flashlights. Their loops were okay at times. Not the strongest, not the weakest. They had some really good flashlight angles, however. It looks like Kate's the only one left. She's within 40 meters. Hatch has spawned at this point in time. I think I heard footsteps in middle. Hard to say for certain, though. So one of two things are going to happen here. They're either going to go for the unhook, like they did, or they're going to go for the hatch play. Looks like they went for the unhook. So let's ideally go after Kate, as she's my last... No, Nia was my last barbecue stack. I thought Kate was. I was wrong. There's Dead Hard. Thought I had the right angle. Apparently not. Will she try and get to a locker? Good spin. She then has the vault, but doesn't go for it. And I think this pallet here is already gone. Yep. Might as well test out DS at this point in time. Yep, we'll get it. That is fine by me. And I heard footsteps go this way. Might as well go for you again. At the end of the day, I either get Kate or I get you. Doesn't really matter, my friend. Looks like she actually did keep on Shack. There's a gen that's gone off. Got her on the corner for some additional distance. We got a fake out there at the very least. We did get pallet early. My problem is that she keeps me busy for long enough. They could theoretically get the last gem. I will say, actually, there's no real reason for me to do that, though. There's no reason for me to chase her at this moment in time when I have an injured Nia, or Kate here. Good, Dead Hard. You have a pallet, you do not. Let's get you down. And we'll get you on hook. Honestly, I could just sit around and wait for Nia to die out for a box. All today. I really wanted to. But will she go for the unhook instead? Oh, never mind. Looks like she already got it off her head. That was very untimely. Looks like she went to that one and came over here, because we just saw her over this way. At least I could have sworn I did. Odd. But maybe not. I mean, she's definitely within the area. She didn't go there. I know that much. I'm pretty sure she went there and crossed left, but I must have lost her. There's the unhook, like I expected. I'm not gonna go for you because you have BT, you have Dead Hard still. Yep, you're still playing with BT. A very short while. There's the Dead Hard, however. Then Kate's over here. And we're just gonna mind game her. Yo, what's up, Siren? How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. What have you been up to today, if anything much? Yeah, I saw she's gonna go for that flashlight save through the window here. I was able to mind game her at that point. Let's see if you have DS. You know there's at least one in the game. There's two. Fine by me. So if you go for that unhook, it'll be a trade and will result in a death. Just have a chill night. Hey, sounds good to me. She's vaulted. There's the dead hard and the down. Storms again, lost power briefly. Oof. That's never fun. Well, it's not too bad. But that there will be the win. And so far during SBMM, Pig's the only killer to make it to 4 wins in a row. Interesting. But GG, well played to the survivors.